So please subscribe to Tani Mani Itan YouTube channel. Thank you.
Hello guys, everyone, welcome to our new YouTube channel, Tani Mani Itan. Today we have a very special guest who is from Poland, and we are going to have something really very curious interview with him today. So I'm just going to start the conversation with how he got to know about India. Namaste, Michael.
Namaste.
So my first question will be like, how you got to know about India?
Well, this mostly because of the Ramana Maharishi. Well, I can go a little bit before of this. So my interest in spirituality started some time ago, like more than 11 years, around 12 years ago. And the first person who came to me was Nisargadatta Maharaj from Mumbai. And then afterwards of Nisargadatta Maharaj, who touched me very deeply inside of my heart, somehow I found the information about Bhagavan Ramana Maharishi. And then after reading his words, I felt basically and directly that they are drilling deeply into my heart. That my heart exactly knows what is this guy talking about, and my heart can feel what is happening. So after this, I felt that he's my teacher, and I felt very strong connection with him. So I felt that I have to come to India, to the place where my teacher was, and like this, in a very shortcut.
Okay. How many years ago you came to India for the first time?
It was in 2015, so it was like 5 years ago. Yeah, and almost every year I'm coming to Thiru.
Okay, very nice, very nice. So you first visited to India just for spiritual reasons, because of your you need some spiritual experience.
I wanted to see and feel the place where where Ramana Maharishi was staying, and I wasn't not aware too much about Arunachala, the mountain here in Thiru. I was only aware that Ramana was here, and he was the one who was attracting me. So the mostly I was coming because of the ashram and of the Ramana. Yeah, so first I stayed for a little time, and then after every time I was coming, so it was like a longer and longer and longer, and now I'm here for a half year because of the situation we have now.
Okay. Who told you about Ramana Maharishi?
No one. I spontaneously found the information on the internet about Nisargadatta Maharaj, and everything is like connected. You look on the things that you are interested in, because I was looking many informations, about meditation, about Buddhism, about different things that can help me to get in touch with me. And then from information to information, I found that there is Ramana Maharishi, and I was like very curious and very interested. I didn't know why, but there was something what was attracting me. And then I look at his photo, and I look in this photo into his eyes, and I felt that he's alive and he's talking directly to me, like open your heart and listen and come. It was like this. So there was no particular person who told me about him.
So when you come to India for the first time, you directly came to Tiruvannamalai, to Thiru?
First, as I remember, it was like a longer trip, because my first trip, in Asia was for the 3 months. So first place I came, as I remember, it was Nepal. And then from Nepal, me and my friend, we traveled down to there was at that time, there was a Dalai Lama in one place in Sankisa in India. And we wanted to meet with him. And fortunately, we could meet with him, like face to face. And it was a very blessing experience. But before we came to Nepal, we were sure with my friend that there is one place we must visit, and this place was Tiruvannamalai. So we came here for around 2 weeks, and after we came here, we stayed here. In some part of us stayed here forever. Here.
Yeah, I mean, you have stayed here and your physical body went to Poland again.
Yeah, exactly. I was only thinking, many times that I want to come back, because some power was attracting me, and guiding me. And suddenly, the circumstances, went like this, that I could come. Suddenly I got the money for the ticket, suddenly all that kind of things appear, For me, it is the blessing of Ramana and Arunachala.
Okay. So, you are here almost, you are coming here almost 5 years to India.
Yeah.
What's the difference you feel from when compared to be in West and in India?
Yeah, emptiness in one point, but at the second point I can say that here is a real emptiness for me, because like the real emptiness that I'm talking right now is the emptiness of the mind. You know, here you can really feel yourself, because here in India there is like something special with the spirituality in that land. You know, the people and the temples. You know, the temples are very powerful. There are very, very powerful places in India that are attracting, you know, so many good energies. And for me, this is the land of spirituality. And here in India, I feel like in a home. For me, here in India, everything is like much more simple. I feel like I'm in the flow of the river, you know.
Yeah,
so this is for me is very like, you know, sweet and gentle. In Europe, everything is like full of stress. There is a full of materialism. There is like chasing for the money, you know. They chase the money, materialistic world. There is not that much the real spirituality coming from that heart. But right now it is changing. There are some things that are changing. The spirituality from Asia is coming to Europe. And the things from Europe are coming to Asia. So this is like the circulation right now, what I experience. And also many people in Europe start waking up, you know. But India, for me, is the center of spirituality.
Okay.
That's why.
I mean, you say that when you come to India for spiritual reason, do you follow some gurus rather than Ramana Maharishi, or you just follow only him? Under his guidance, you are doing some meditation or yoga practice or something, or are you following some other gurus also?
Well, it's for the last 10 years it changed many times. You know, so the first that I follow, the words that I follow were words of Nisargadatta Maharaj, which are very, very similar to the words of Ramana. You know, a little bit different expression, because the Nisargadatta Maharaj was like full of, you know, like energy. Ramana was like is like more like ocean of, you know, of calm, of stillness, an ocean of compassion. So I followed them, and I followed everyone who is really touching my heart. You know, for me there is no difference between Ramana and Nisargadatta. And I also follow Jesus and Buddha. They all are talking about the same thing. They share the same consciousness, and what they did, they were, you know, pointing the consciousness inside of you, that you have the same consciousness. Like Ramana was saying, you are the Bhagavan, you know, you are the God, you are this, you are already this. So I followed all of them, and I still follow them. But basically, I started realizing that all teachers and all gurus are here, inside of me.
Have you visited some other place in India? What's the difference you feel from rest of the India to when compared to Tiruvannamalai?
Well, the Tiruvannamalai have a special vibration. There is something special in Arunachala. Arunachala is, you know, when I'm here, I feel much, much more conscious about myself. I feel myself much more stronger than in other places in all world. For me, the Arunachala is like the spiritual center of the world. So there are many, many places. They are, you know, all coming from the same source, all coming from the God. But some of them have different potential. I don't know why, I don't know how, but there is some energy here that is helping you to realize your own consciousness and your true nature. But I've been in different places. In Himalayas, there are very powerful mountains. I have been in Andamans, in Island. There are also very powerful islands. I have been in Goa. I have been in the middle of India, in different ashrams, in Haridwar, in Rishikesh, the ashram of Ananda Mahima, also very beautiful, and Rishikesh, very beautiful. India, whole India is, there are still many places that I want to go, but I always return exactly here, because this attraction makes me come here.
Got it, yeah, okay. So, do you have any feel in your heart, or your heart is feeling somehow that what reason you came to India, somehow your heart is filled with that, like, okay, I'm going to go to India so to get some spiritual experience. You got it, what do you look for? Or you are in the middle of getting it, or have some experience in spirituality?
Well, in some point, we are already that what we are looking for, and at the same time, we are all the time learning new things about ourselves. Like, you know, real master for me is like still the student all the time. So there was like a feeling that I really need to come here because this is my place. I didn't know exactly why, but there was some power, higher power, that was attracting me to come here. And then after this, you know, it was like the whole teachings, you know, step by step, you know, piece by piece, you know, like Arunachala started to guiding me. The words of Ramana, they started living in my life. You know, they started being really present in my life. So I don't know, it is the higher power that brought me here, and I just need to follow.
when compared to being in Poland, you are from Poland.
Yeah.
So when compared being in Poland and getting some spiritual experience from that itself, what is special in India?
You know that there are different, we can say, different types of spirituality. You know, there is like here in India, there is a more like a real spirituality. Like people are really following deeply, more deeply. They are really living the part of the energy, the part of the religion is like a really important here in this. In Hinduism, and also if you go deeply into the Hinduism, this is the very, very deep teachings about our own consciousness and about our own aspects, you know, of ourselves. So in for example in Poland there is more about religion, less about spirituality, but more about religion, and that makes the difference, because sometimes the people follow the religion, you know, and they don't take any profit of this, because they follow the religion because, for example, they are afraid that they will go to hell if they will not follow this. So this is, you know, they got taught about this, but this is not coming really from their heart. But right now it is changing. Many people are waking up for the true spirituality. So for me this is the main difference. And here in India there are places like Tiro that I can really deeply connect with myself and see myself and go for the realization of myself. In Poland there is different mentality, and this mentality go into the energy of all country. You know, so this is different mentality in country, which is not that much helping into spirituality. Like for example here in India. Here in India, for me, the spirituality is natural.
Yeah.
This is present in the air I breathe. You know, that's why I'm here.
Okay. So I'm really curious about this one. You guys have any kind of Hindu temple in Poland? Or you have any idea about it, where it is, or?
I think there are. I think there are maybe Krishna, maybe more Krishna.
Okay.
But to be honest, I never experienced this. I was never looking for that one, because for me the enough and sufficient was coming here exactly, and was no urge to look for anything other.
Yeah. Okay. The people who is coming from West, mostly from Europe and American countries, they used to say the culture is very different when compared to North India and South India, different parts of India itself. Did you get any sense like, oh my God, these people are different or something? Did you get any sense like?
Yeah, I felt that many places are different, what I call energies. Because, for example, here in Tiro, the people, they know or they don't know, they are affected by the energy which is here. You know, they are in the surrounding of this energy that is helping. They are not even aware about it, but their energy is working. So naturally they are here more spiritual, more deeply inside of their self, and more good people, more honest people. When I was in the different part of India, many people were looking at me like a walking wallet with money, you know. So I was looking, I was feeling all the time they were looking at me, you know, looking, and you know, thinking that maybe, you know, I will give them some money or something like this. And for me, this part, you know, I was not comfortable at that time in that part, you know. But basically, I was not focusing on that, because I had a direct point where I was going to. For example, I was going directly to ashram, and I was focusing on that one. I was not concentrating on how people behave, are they good or they not. I was not concentrating on that one, you know. But here I feel it strongly, that the people here they like me, they respect me, I respect them. I see that everything is like, I feel very good here.
I used to hear that many Westerners say that the food is quite different in India.
What is?
Food. So what do you feel about the food in India? All over India, you say you visited a lot of places in India. So what's your feeling about the food in India? And the spices and the...
Well, basically the food in India, for me, it's the best food in the world.
Yeah.
It's number one in the world. And I found that my stomach tolerates mostly the simple food. That's why I do not right now eat too much from the restaurant, but I love. So once in a while I go to the restaurant, I eat everything. I eat idli, I eat dosa, I eat sometimes parota, I eat full everything because I love, you know. But sometimes for me is heavy.
Yeah.
Something for me is heavy. But basically the best food in the world.
Glad to hear that. And do you have any specific food on your mind? Or
What I love is I love dosa, paneer dosa. I love idli very much. I love Manchurian, different Manchurians,
Okay.
Gobi Manchurian. Maybe this is not Hindu. Basically, I don't know. I hear this is coming from China, but I love all that kind of. I love what is the name of this? You have many different foods in one plate.
thali.
Thali.
Yes.
Yeah, I love also thali. I mean, there is no food I don't like in India.
Do you feel any different between being the climate you are in Tiru and things like that? What's the difference between being in Europe and the climate in Tiru? So
It's hot.
it's hot here.
Yeah, it's hot, but now it's very good. Now in the June, July, I really enjoy, especially when there are not too much clouds. You know, the temperature is very nice. And the morning time, I like to wake up very early because the air is very fresh and very, very good. And nighttime, I also enjoy that much. So for me, it's perfect. I stay here for 6 months, so my body used to right now to live in that kind of temperature. So for me, it's absolutely no problem. But I know that people, for example, coming from Europe, they might feel very hot.
Yeah. How do you feel about being in India and looking at the Indian people here? When you come here for the first time, what you felt actually? Like, you know, different people, different color, different behavior, different skin tone, or something like that.
I feel very naturally.
Yeah.
Because I was always like this. In some point, I felt like this. I don't know why, I don't know how, but I felt like very natural. I felt like, of course, there were many differences, and many differences that make me, you know, smiling. Many differences that were making me like, why? What is happening? You know, why like this?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I accepted this, you know, very, very fast. For me, basically the simplicity, you know, is much more appearing here, because in Europe, the mind of the people, you know, is very, you know, full of different things, full of different ideas. You know, it's full. It's generally full. Like, for example, the people who go to the Peru, to jungle, to heal, they are working with the shamans. You know, for the shamans, their minds are like crazy people. You know, so if you go deeply into the mind of the Western people, they are like crazy. You know, they have full mind of things that are just illusion. Here, I feel like people are living from the day to day. You know, they are more like present in what is happening right now. This is my friend. He one time he told me that if you have a food, if you have a sleep, if you eat today, if you sleep today, this is a good day.
Yeah.
You know, simple day.
Okay. Rather than spiritual, doing meditation or doing yoga, do you have some other hobbies or something like that?
And I do yoga every day also because it's stretching, and I had many problems with my back. So yoga basically helped me to get straight.
Okay.
And for yoga, I was, you know, laughing with this, that yoga keeps me alive, because it's every day. It's like moving the flow of the energy. And after this, meditation to continue the practice, to keep the practice all the day. You know, to be conscious all the day. So what I wanted to just share one thing for people, the good advice is that when you wake up, before you even open eyes, you know, tell to yourself, I am. To concentrate on your consciousness. So the flow of consciousness goes to all day. And the 5 minutes before you go sleep, also remind yourself and tell to yourself, I am. I am conscious. I am here. And then you go sleep with that consciousness, so it helps to make the energy flow all the time. Because people ask me many times, you know, about that kind of things. How to, you know, the practice, how to continue the practice. Very simple, like I said, you know, just 5 minutes, you don't need more, you know.
After being in India for 5 years, like you are coming and going and staying a few months here, did you start to learn some Indian language like Hindi or Tamil or something else?
I only know how to say Nandi.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Nothing more. And one more, Konjuma. Yeah? Konjum. It's little, yeah?
Yeah.
Only this. It's sometimes important because they give me too much food and I say, no, konjum. They give me too much tomatoes, I say, no, konjum. This is all I know.
Michael, here is my last question. You say a lot of things about India being a lot of advantages on that. You love India and like India so much and blah blah. So, what do you feel like if God gave you option, like, Michael, I'm gonna put you in India, or else I'm gonna put you in Poland. What choose you choose? Like, you choose to stay in India, or you choose to go to Poland?
I will give two answers for this, okay?
Okay.
First is a little bit for the mind, but I will go for India. Yeah, this is for the mind. Why for the mind? Because God never give you just little options. You are, like open for everything. So if I have to be here, then I will be here. For sure. If I have to stay forever, then I will stay. If I have to go to Poland, then I will go. This is like he will tell me, you stay here. You eat papaya, pineapple, you eat good food, you have a good sadhana, you stay here, no problem, I stay here. But you have to go for Poland, maybe there is something to do there, you go there, okay. But right now, I have to stay here. This is how I feel. I must stay here for maybe months, maybe next year, I don't know. I was joking, I'm having a joke, that maybe I will stay forever.
Thank you so much, Michael, for sharing your valuable time with us, and thank you for thank you for coming as a guest for our YouTube channel. Simple, I can say that thank you so much for everything.
Thank you.
And,